Guys, we're in the garage today. We're gonna be taking out the Honda CB500F. I haven't taken this motorcycle out in a while, and I wanna take it out and just see how it feels, give it some love, and just kind of drive it around. It's been a minute, but who is this bike kind of for? What are my thoughts on this bike after I've been riding around the CFMoto 675 for the past couple of months? I want to get back on this thing, see how do I feel still about this motorcycle, and just my updated impression since I haven't ridden it in a minute. So let's get on the road. Let's take it for a test drive. But before we do that, I want to say welcome to the Omega Greed YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Jeffrey. What's going on? We're all about purpose over comfort and faith over fear. I'm just a normal dude, guys. If I can get out there and do it, you guys can too. I'm trying to inspire you guys to go after your dreams, go after things that you want to go after. Sometimes you got to get out of your comfort zone and do the things that you want to do in order to live into your purpose. So with that out of the way, let's jump on the bike. Let's go for a ride. Let's get it. And just to show you guys how cheap it is to fill up, I just filled up, even with California prices, $10. Man, that's great. You gotta love this thing. Forgot how much fun this is. Whew. Okay, so just got the bike down here. California is absolutely beautiful. Figured I'd come down to the pier real quick. Just want to show you guys. Oh, man, it's so beautiful outside. Let me only got 3 seconds. 3 seconds. I love coming down here, but okay, that's not what this is about. This is about this motorcycle. And how does it feel? We're gonna continue to ride. So I'll show you guys what this is all about. So, actually let me close this so you guys can hear me better. Wow, it feels beautiful outside. Hopefully this angle is good. I'm experimenting with this new camera setup. But a couple initial things that I first am starting to notice about this bike. I don't know why, in my brain I was like, oh, it's gonna be so slow, it's gonna be like terrible to drive. But just on my way out here, I did drive around on the highway for a minute, and I was kind of just feeling things out. It's not like it's a dog to drive. It still is really fun. I thought like initially I was gonna be like, oh my God, it's gonna feel terrible. But no, it still is really fun. The other thing I do want to note is this driving position. I do enjoy being more upright. I don't know why. I feel like on the street, it makes you feel a little bit more, not even just sporty, but it feels like you have way more control of everything. That's probably like the wrong term to use, but I would say, I guess it feels like when you're more in the actual city, like kind of in like urban traffic, being in this seating position, you feel more, I guess, in tuned. Like it seems like I'm much more alert and I can actually like do more things, if that makes sense. It's kind of weird. I feel like I could be more aggressive in this position, if that makes sense. This bike does not have the quick shifter, so I have to get used to just shifting kind of more deliberate again, which is fine. But yeah, this bike, like I was saying before, I bought this bike really to be a bike so my wife can ride on as a good beginner bike, because she rides dirt bikes but like not on the street, and I figured this would be a good bike that she can get on, ride, and have fun. If you want something that's kind of like a starter bike, this is a fun starter bike that you can still ride as a fun motorcycle still. Like it's not like it's terrible to ride even after a while, because even like right now I'm having fun. And when we got this bike, this was like the first street bike that we were gonna buy, and I was like, that was gonna be like my first street bike that I was gonna be riding after not riding for a good amount of time. So for me, I was riding for, I don't even know, I want to say like almost 10 years. But I took a break and I wanted to get back into riding. And it was actually funny, when we were back on the East Coast, we were like visiting family where we're from. My buddy started riding. He let me just jump on his, I think he had like a Ninja, I think it was like a 500. It was something equivalent to this. He let me just get on it and ride it. And I haven't ridden anything like newer, like a street bike, in like a really long time. And when I got on that, I was like, wow, this feels like great. And that made me, we're making sure, thank you, good sir, Jesus Christ, man. It's not always the car's fault, but you know, sometimes it is. Just gotta be careful. And also, I do want to say, I'm in the state of California. California, you can legally lane split. I feel like I have to say that every single time, because it just looks kind of weird what I'm doing. But so I wasn't on a bike for a really long time, and then getting on his bike, it made me be like, oh wow, I kind of want to get back into riding again. So while we were over in the East Coast, wound up picking up this bike in New York State, and yeah, when we were looking, it's like, it's going to be a bike that me and her could share, pretty much, that I could ride around with my friend, because he was just starting out, and a bike that we could honestly be small enough that we could take back with us to California on our trailer, and you know, something that was going to be just like a fun bike that I could still ride, still have some fun with, and that she could ride and like learn how to ride on the street. And then after that, I got other motorcycles and things like that. So this bike is kind of sat for a minute, not being used too much. Now I have the CFMoto 675 after having the KTM 890, things like that. But after like not driving this for a while and driving it now, it still was fun. I forgot, I really do like the naked sport bike. It is a fun, like comfortable position. And actually, and like my, I guess kind of after taking the CFMoto on like a little road trip down to Vegas and back, I was thinking that this would be a fun bike to just kind of turn into more of a, you know, if you want to do like a longer trips, I could do it on this. It gets great fuel economy. It's not like a total slouch. Granted, it has half the horsepower of the CFMoto, but like, in all honesty, on motorcycles, I mean, like I said, unless a car's trying to race you, you're going to be quicker than most cars. I feel like the biggest thing I was concerned with if just, will it have enough power to go up some big hills and stuff like that on the highway. But after riding on the highway for like a minute or so, it still feels great. Like, it feels fine. Like, it doesn't feel like I'm completely running out of gas or running out of steam. When you get into like the higher, you know, rev range, things like that, yeah, it's not gonna feel as potent as something bigger, but something that you can just drive around on the highway, oh yeah, you can do it all day long, no problem. And I think the thing that is surprising me the most is just this. I feel like this is like a perfect city bike. This sitting position is great. I feel very comfortable. I feel very just like relaxed. Like, I could, even for like stuff like this, for lane splitting. Oh, it's another motorcycle. I'm gonna just pass this guy. And I still have enough power to just pull away if I need to, which is cool. I still have plenty of power to pull away from other. Always looking. All right, there we go, good sir. Hey, we're all driving, we're all trying to make it home. That's all we're doing here. You still have enough power to pull away from traffic if you need to. Once again, from a rolling start, a car will, you know, if they're like trying to, they could probably beat you. But in most cases, they're not. From a dead stop, especially with this engine though too. You know, it's, the power band's pretty linear. You feel it mostly down low. So it's enough. It gets you up and going. It'll pop you up. It'll make you go. I think overall this is like still a really fun bike. I think even if you have been riding for a while, you'll still have some fun on this bike. It's not like it's a slouch. It is still a fun motorcycle to drive, and look at this, I can still very easily kind of just make my way to the front. Ooh. It's crazy. I used to be so scared to like do that, but now after a while I'm like, oh yeah, it makes total sense. I could just kind of move my way to the front and not have to worry. And you can see I can still pull away from the cars pretty. I mean, I'm definitely putting in more input, but we can still pull away. Granted, when we're going like 40, you know, they want to catch up, they probably could. I want to input some of my highway driving earlier so you can see kind of what I was feeling when I was riding for a while. Just kind of my thoughts. I'll put that in here now. I just want to give you guys my first initial impressions after driving on the highway. It's been a minute since I've gotten on the highway on this bike, and it's not bad. Honestly, I feel really confident still on this bike. It doesn't feel as fast, but this upright seating position, I forgot, I really do like this. I feel way more just confident in this. I feel like I could still tuck this bad boy. Wow, look at that. I can still tuck her into a corner. Whoa, man, I forgot this bike is so much fun. Just like initially, I forgot, it's so much fun. It does feel like I'm using more of the bike for sure. Using more of the bike for sure. But in a good way. Like I'm having fun. It doesn't feel like I'm gonna, you know, be going crazy. Going up to 80 miles per hour on this bike, it does, yeah, like, you know, I can feel like, all right, cool, you're like tapping it. But it'll do highway speeds all day long. And I think that's like one of the biggest things that's like surprising me. I don't know why in my brain I was like, oh God, it's gonna feel so much slower. But I mean, for sure at the stoplights, I have to put a little more input into it to, you know, get up and go. But you forget, motorcycles are just so much faster than most cars. Like, unless a car is like trying to race you, you are going to beat most, you know, vehicles. This thing only has less than 50 horsepower, but it's still, that's still plenty. I could twist the throttle. I mean, I'm in 5th gear twisting the throttle. Granted, I had to like really twist. The power band is, you know, linear. But so much fun. So as you can see, the bike still is capable on the highway. I think it would make a good, if you wanted to ride something on the highway, you can have fun still. It's not terribly underpowered. And I feel like this has a little bit more grunt than if you want something like the R3, you know. I think this has just a little bit more grunt, a little bit more, you know, gusto, something like a little bit that displacement wise. Plus you're getting the Honda reliability, so it's good. But yeah, so that's my thoughts on this motorcycle. I think it's a fun bike. I'm having a blast riding it. I want to get it out, just kind of just drive it a bit. I love the size of this thing still. I still think this is fun. It's like a perfect commuter motorcycle. I feel like if you want something that is fun, that you can commute on, that you can have fun on in the city, like this is a nice bike that you could do that on pretty easily. And I think you wouldn't have too many problems at all. But let me know, guys, what do you think? Have you even considered the Honda CB500F? Do you think this thing is lame? Think it's cool? What's your thoughts on it? I want to know. Let me know in the comment section below. But if you want to see my last video that I did, check this video out on the screen. Subscribe for more. We'll see you in the next one.